Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your Spirit Guide messages for March 2020. We're going to start your reading off by pulling a couple of messages directly from your Spirit Guides about what they want you to focus on or make you aware of for the month of March. So let's see what comes out. Abundance is your right. That is quite positive. And accept struggles as lessons. Beautiful, Aquarius. This is your spiritual team coming in nice and strong to let you know that abundance, I feel, is on the way. Something's going to manifest with this Virgo full moon for you guys. Virgo full moon is on the 9th of March. So at any point in March, there is something. And with this manifestation, this is more material. So an increase to health or to your money, to your finances, to your job, purchasing something, obtaining something you really wanted, lots of different things with abundance. Now, accept struggles as lessons, and that's telling you that the different things that you face and you go through, it's not that you're cursed in this life or you are meant to live an unhappy life. You're not meant to have things. You have bad karma, you have bad luck, all of those type of thoughts. That's not the case. The things you go through are, your life lessons, and life lessons are what ultimately evolve and grow the soul. And that's why you're here, is to evolve and grow the soul. And we're all brought up with different beliefs, and we think, it's just about finding somebody that you love and having good friends and having a good job that you enjoy and living a comfortable life and being happy. Life is so much more complex and much, much deeper than that. And, those times, the people that we love, the times when we're happy and we're in harmony and we're in flow and things are really working out, that's the magic of life, because if it was all just struggle, nobody could handle that, souls would just give up. That would be too much. So for you, you've got to realize that in a really big struggle or challenge, ask Spirit, what is this trying to teach me? What am I trying to overcome? How am I trying to evolve? How is my consciousness trying to expand? And look at it from a different perspective, not as something happening to you or that you have to deal with or overcome or push through, but rather something that you can grow from, and when you look at it from that perspective, okay, here's something that I'm growing from, that means I'm being prepared for something that I've been asking for. I'm being reshaped. I'm gaining the experience, the understanding for this thing that I've been asking for. And so your spiritual team coming in nice and strong, saying abundance is yours. It's a mindset, and you've got to shift your perception about the different things you've been through, see them through a different lens, and then that shifts your energy, and abundance starts flowing in much easier. So let's pull some more cards. Throat portal. Speak your truth, courage, suppression. Ooh, Aquarius, your throat chakra is a bit blocked. There is a lot that has not been said, unspoken words, or expressed within you. Or with this also, your belief system could be so far from the truth of your soul and what you deserve and what your life is about and your divinity and your sacredness, that it's really distorting your energy, and it's preventing you from being able to feel your inner truth, feel your inner calling, feel your inner spark, feel your inner joy. All right, so this here is playing out a couple different ways for you guys, just depending on what you're going through, and if it's that you've stuffed your words down, you've kept them to yourself so that you don't rock the boat, or you don't get rejected, or you don't upset somebody, you don't hurt somebody's feelings, you're trying to accommodate, you know, somebody else for whatever reason, Aquarius, your spiritual team is bringing your attention to that and saying that only holds you back, that only sets you back when you're not authentic in your expression. And that doesn't mean like that you're lying. I feel that you're holding back, you're not speaking your heart, you're not speaking your soul, you know, out of fear, out of like feeling like you can't speak your truth, you can't express yourself. This could be a lot of things that you left unsaid with somebody who mattered to you, and maybe you're disconnected from this person at this time. You know, no matter what it is, the solution is the same. Asking Spirit, okay, why is this before me? What am I meant to understand? How can I grow beyond this? And for you, Aquarius, it's going to have a lot to do with expression and coming into your personal truth and standing firm in that. Next is the Crown Portal. Okay, so you guys got both chakra cards, and you're my 11th reading. No other sign received a chakra card, but you've got two here, and this says divinity, union, and separation. So this sitting over here on the lesson side tells me that just what you've been through in a sense has disconnected you from like your belief or your faith, or you might be in a more pessimistic mindset now, like certain things just are never going to happen for me. This is just how it's always going to be. This is my life. This is my luck. And in that sort of energy, it lowers your frequency, which prevents you from receiving that divine guidance. It's always being projected towards you, but where you are vibrating is whether you are receiving it or it's just like, you know, going in one ear out the other, like you're not even recognizing it because your frequency isn't high enough due to the, you know, mental anguish, over analyzing, worrying, feeling a bit pessimistic about things, you know. And we all do it, but for you guys, your team is saying it's time for expression, and it's time for you to view like the lessons and the things that you've been through in life from a much different perspective, and know you are not punished, you don't have bad luck, you don't have bad karma. Abundance is your birthright. You are meant to have joy and happiness and comfort and all the things that your heart desires. But if it was just all there for all of us at all times, we would never grow, we would never push for more, we would never be reshaped, we wouldn't evolve through life. So big time shifting in looking at your life and what it really means and what it has taught you and how it has evolved you at a soul level. And that's going to help expand this throat chakra and open that crown chakra so that you are more in tune to receive that divine guidance. Now, because you do have two chakra cards that have come out, Aquarius, I highly recommend you guys do some meditation to balance your chakras, and you could do it while you're awake, or you can do a sleeping one. There are tons to choose from on YouTube. And also I would recommend getting some Reiki to help, you know, realign your chakras. And once that's in balance, you will naturally feel more positive, more hopeful, more optimistic about things. So for you guys, I think your chakras are a little bit out of balance, and your spiritual team's bringing that to your attention. And once you address that and work towards rebalancing, you're going to feel much better. You're just going to like it will be a very natural shift for you. We have the Empress, Six of Swords, Ten of Wands, Four of Wands, and Nine of Swords. All right, the Ten of Wands at the center. Yes, you have had many trials and tribulations throughout your journey. And this could just be like last 6 months, last year, last 2 years, last 5 years. I wouldn't go much beyond 5 years. But you've been going through a lot of trials and tribulations. But ultimately, Aquarius, it's to bring you into this Empress energy. Empress is abundance, fertility, success, stability, feeling solid and firm. And you have the Six of Swords here. This is moving on to smoother waters where there's more stability and less worry. Okay, so that's what you're working on at a soul level, and now you're coming to the process of it coming to an end. And you know, when that's taking place, all that you've been through energetically, like, it needs to come into your conscious mind. And you know, as that's taking place, you have to think about things and shift from different perceptions, you know, to fully incorporate all there was to be gained and learned, and for you to heal and accept and release so that you can evolve and move on and move forward. And that's exactly what is taking place right here. But your team really wants to bring your mind and your focus to abundance, and for you to believe that you deserve that, and for you to believe that it's coming in, because things are getting better as stability is returning. The foundation is feeling solid once again, and you have less to worry about. Let's pull some tarot and clarify these dice a bit further. Eight of Swords, interference. So you have the Eight of Swords and you have the Nine of Swords. So this Eight of Swords on top of the Empress, that's you really feeling like you can't, like you are set apart from your abundance, like you are stuck between a rock and a hard place. You not sure how to proceed forward. And balancing the chakras, oh, it will help you so much, Aquarius. We have the Lovers. This is sitting on the Six of Swords. And so there is improvement coming to your relationships and your connections in your life, friendships, family ships, work relationships, romantic partnerships. It's like that, those relationships that may have been troubled are moving into smoother waters. And maybe initially you don't feel like that could happen, but it right there, it's happening. On top of this Ten of Wands, we have the Knight of Discs, and that's talking about what you've grown into through all your trials and tribulations. And you know, it's time to really anchor all of that energy down so that you can manifest the reward and the harmony, because everything you put out energetically must come back to you, Aquarius. And you know, now is a time to balance your chakras and let your mind be at rest and be at ease, like you're moving into a period of flow, of harmony. But you've got to choose that, you know. This is just a general reading. We have the Chariot coming out on top of the Four of Wands. That's victory, that's success after, you know, a long fought battle. And look at Nine of Swords on top of Nine of Swords. You've got to get out of your head. You've got to stop worrying. You've got to stop thinking worst case scenario. Even if in the past worst case scenario came to play, it doesn't mean like that's what it's always going to be. And you know, the more that you worry, the more you set yourself up and open your energy up to those type of experiences. And it's time for you to move out of that. You've gone through the trials and tribulations, and it's time for you to receive the wisdom and knowledge of the mastery from your experience. And you know, along with balancing your chakras, Aquarius, I highly recommend, you know, whatever it is that you really worry about or you have a lot of anxiety about, you're obsessing about, stressing about, do your very best throughout the month of March to try to not indulge any sort of thinking like that. It doesn't mean you're sweeping it under the rug. Tell yourself, I can start worrying and stressing over all of this again in April. You really need to give the mental body a rest, because that's what's keeping you feeling so restricted, is the thoughts, because our thoughts are what allow us to like see different opportunities or lack thereof in reality. And so if you don't feel like, you know, there's any way, or there's no help, you're never going to get over this, you're never going to understand, you're never going to get out of your situation, whatever it is for you, it keeps you kind of stuck there. But if you allow yourself to believe, despite everything you've been through, that it is going to get better, this too will pass. You've been learning quite a bit at a soul level, which is expanding you for the next phase of your life. And give yourself permission to not worry, to let that mental body relax and rest. And you can pick up all of that back in April. But I promise you, if you spend a month of focusing on the positive, what is going right for you, seeking the solution, feeling gratitude for the blessings you do have, working on chakra meditations and balancing, Aquarius, you're going to feel so much different by the time you get into April. All these things you worry about might have naturally resolved themselves just because of a shift in your mental body and balancing your chakras. All right, let's pull some more highlights for the month of March for you guys. True friend coming in, and see right there, relationships improving. Also, this could be a deepening and strengthening of a current bond, or there could be a new person coming in that's going to be a true friend to you, really have your back. Next out is earned opportunity. See, this Eight of Swords is a mental restriction. There is abundance, there is prosperity, there is opportunity waiting for you, and you absolutely deserve it. And lastly, good talk. And look at that, goes back to this throat chakra. That's you expressing yourself, you know, what has been unspoken, left unsaid within you, Aquarius. It's time to have that talk. Or if you can't have that talk with a specific person, have that talk with spirit, or write a letter, you know, however you can express and get those words out, and help balance that throat chakra of yours. But there's a true friend. Maybe you should really open up to somebody and just pour your heart out, cry if you need to cry, do whatever it is you need to do. But it's definitely part of your healing and moving forward comes through authentic expression from within you, Aquarius, as well as, you know, balancing your chakras. But there is prosperity, there is abundance, there is opportunity, and somebody really has your back. All right, let's pull you some advice. You are a special person. You do make a difference. Look at how beautiful and sweet that is from your spiritual team, wanting you to remain in good, like in high hopes, and believe in the magic, and really let the mental body relax, and, you know, do whatever you can do to distract yourself. And when you find it very difficult, like, oh, I'm just obsessing, I can't stop thinking about this, ask your spiritual team for help and guidance, you know, to get your mind right and focus on the positive. And do that all of March and work on those chakra meditations. And Aquarius, you will feel quite different by the end of March. So those are your messages. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care.